Hello, this is the TradeTech Forex Market Preview and International Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, the 30th of August, ending Friday, the 4th of September, heading into Labor Day weekend. Hope you had a good trading week. It was actually okay, but nothing special. We're still stuck in August doldrums. There's nothing else to say. Here's a look at the dollar index. Back near lows. 1 day down. It was a pretty flat week before that. I mean, who cares? Like this is we're in August. We're in summer doldrums. There's nothing else to look at. Here's the euro dollar. This is the inverse of the dollar index. Nothing happened. Now the pound actually did a decent move. Had 400 pip range for the week, and is what is. We'll look at that in a minute. The Aussie dollar heading up again, getting near a 13 sell signal. The euro, yen, nothing here. The pound yen, 13 sell signal already in place. The pound Swiss dead flat, and the New Zealand dollar. So none of these things have been moving. So it is what it is. That's part of the cycle of trading, right? So here's a look at the euro dollar start to finish for the week. High to low is only 160 pips. That's horrible. The pound dollar high to low for the week is actually 300 pips. That's why we made a little money on the pound this week. So net we did okay, but it wasn't very exciting. I mean, honestly, let's just be clear about that. This is not what we want to see in the markets. All right, in terms of economic data coming out this week, we've got Sunday, preliminary industrial production out of Japan and retail sales out of Japan. These are all Eastern time numbers, by the way. MI inflation gauge out of Australia, manufacturing PMI, non-manufacturing PMI, ANZ business confidence out of New Zealand, company operating profits out of Australia, private sector credit. Monday, we've got consumer confidence, housing starts, which is always fun out of Japan, German preliminary CPI, retail sales out of Switzerland, Spanish flash CPI, bank holiday in the UK to start the week, which is not good. It'll be killing the markets on the Forex side. Italian preliminary CPI, IPP and RMPI out of Canada. It's fine. AIG manufacturing index out of Australia, building consensus out of New Zealand, unemployment rate out of Japan along with capital spending, final manufacturing PMI. Okay. Sounds good. Building approvals, current account out of Australia. Caxton manufacturing PMI, 10-year bond auction. Australia Tuesday, we've got a rate announcement at midnight plus 30, which, whatever. Commodity prices 2 hours later. Spanish, Swiss, Italian, French, German final manufacturing PMI going through Tuesday early hours, and then European broad market one, and then the UK one. M4 money supply out of the UK, mortgage approvals, net lending to individuals. CPI flash estimate out of Europe, course unemployment rate out of Europe, manufacturing PMI out of Canada, and then the US, ISM manufacturing PMI here in the US, construction spending, Ward's vehicle sales, GDT price index out of New Zealand, overseas trade index out of New Zealand, BRC shop price index, Japan's monetary base, Australia's GDP number. Now we're into Wednesday. German retail sales, nationwide HPI, Spanish unemployment change, UK housing price index, Europe PPI, US ADP non-farm employment change, labor productivity out of Canada, factory orders out of the US, crude oil inventories out of the US, Fed Beige Book out of the U.S. at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Australia's AIG Construction Index, New Zealand's ANZ commodity prices, Australia's trade balance at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time Wednesday night. China's Caxton Services PMI and 30-year bond auction out of Japan. We go into Thursday, CPI out of Switzerland, and then we've got the services PMI numbers in Spain, Italy, France, Germany, broad European sector, the UK, retail sales out of Europe. Challenge of job cuts here in the U.S., trade balance out of Canada, the unemployment claims, that's a weekly number here in the U.S., along with revised productivity. But here's the trade balance number here in the U.S. So that's one of our big three. So we'll be half size going into Thursday. Final services PMI out of the U.S., ISM non-manufacturing PMI out of the U.S., natty gas out of the U.S., retail sales out of Australia, German factory orders here in Europe, French government budget balance out of Europe, France, obviously, UK construction PMI. Canada has their unemployment rate, their employment change on Friday. We have our unemployment rate. That's another one of our big three, so we'll be half size ahead of Friday. Canada's IV PMI and AIG Services Index out of Australia. So, the big numbers are the trade balance Wednesday and the unemployment rate Friday. half size ahead of both of those. We're still in summer doldrums. Next weekend is Labor Day weekend, so it's a 3-day weekend. We're closed on Monday the 7th, so we'll be dead Friday probably as well. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out. Have a great trading week.